this B2B SaaS company's homepage was good, but it wasn't fully selling what makes them different from every other solution like theirs. They've got 30,000 individuals and businesses using their all-in-one form builder and workflow tool, yet the headline could have been on the SaaS on any of their competitor sites. In this query jam, we fixed the hero section so it really talks about why they're different, got rid of AI powered fluff, and moved social proof where it actually drives free trials. Let's get into it.
I'm Farokh Shahabi, the co-founder of Formaloo. Formaloo is a form builder for businesses who wants to do everything inside their system in one platform. So we have the most advanced form builder in the market where you can build beautiful forms, complex workflows, have a conditional logic, automations, even generate documents, notifications, and even collect signatures, all in one platform.
I love it. So what inspired you to build Formaloo?
Formaloo born from my previous business. So in my previous business, we were developing data-driven applications for a lot of enterprises all over the world. Mm-hmm. And we saw that the main problem that all of them had was that they wanted to customize their solutions every day. So every day they came to us and said, okay, we need a new module. We need to change this. We need to modify that. And they weren't developers. They were businesses that were working. So it was very time consuming for them. It was very time consuming for us and very expensive for them to change the systems that they had. So after a while, we said, okay, maybe we can solve this issue for them. So we created a no-code system where you can create any kind of business process from simple forms to complex workflows, but without any coding. And from that, we started back in 2020. We basically beta tested with our current customers back then. They really loved it. They said, okay, now we pay you for this. Can you add more features to that? And that's how the idea of Formaloo was born. 5 years later, we have more than 30,000 businesses using us every month. We are growing like 10% to 20% every month, and we are seeing what's next.
First of all, congrats, 30,000 users, growing 20%, that's incredible. And I know you have a freemium model, so it kind of starts out as a free account, and then from there, it turns that into paid based off of the features. Super, super common across your niche. My question to you is, what are people using, out of these 30,000 customers, what were they using before they used Formaloo, if they were using anything at all?
Before us, they were using 5 or 6 different tools. That's one of our basically benefits and value propositions that we have, is that you can consolidate all of your tools in one single all-in-one platform. So for example, a lot of businesses use Google Form or Google Sheets for some kind of their business. They use DocuSign for another. They use Microsoft Word for another. And they use the Power BI for another part. They use CRMs for another part. And all of that, their data is scattered. Everything is entangled. The access management and security is out of the window. And that's why they choose us mostly, where they can do everything in one platform, super easy. They don't need to think about it. So they can use one system for everything, and they can manage the access of all of their team members in one system place.
I love it.
So when we started, we were basically, we didn't have a lot of money for marketing. And we said, okay, the only way that we can grow is from the product itself. So our go-to-market strategy was PLG. So we said we will do 100% PLG, product-led growth, and we turn our customers to our ambassadors so they can advertise us. And that's why we started a freemium model. It really paid off. And even today, we are not doing any advertisement. We don't have a sales team. Everything is still 100% PLG.
That's incredible. And just speaks to the power of what real PLG can look like. So when you have people on a free account, what does your free to paid conversion look like?
Conversion rate?
Yeah, for free to paid.
Yeah, it's right now it's about 10%. Okay. And we are trying to grow it to like 12 or 14%. But one of the main reasons is that we don't want everyone to upgrade. So that's one of the things that differentiate us from a lot of basically players in the market. So we have very distinguished plans for everyone. The free plan is actually for individual use. We want everyone to use Formaloo for their research, for their surveys, for their quizzes without any limits. That's why we offer, for example, unlimited responses for free, which is something that no one else does. The free plan is pretty generous. If you want to do something that is not work related that much, you are doing it for yourself, you are having a survey, you are doing a quiz, we don't charge per submissions, we don't charge monthly responses. You can use it for free always. And the paid plan is only for businesses where they want to do something like complex with Formaloo, like workflows, like booking systems, PDF generation, this kind of things.
Absolutely. Can you go back to your homepage?
Sure.
Yeah. So you're basically, your main goal is obviously drive as many people to create as many free accounts as possible.
Exactly.
And then from that point, you can be able to see exactly what they're doing. If they're an individual just looking to build out simple quizzes or forms, stay on the free plan. If they're a business who needs workflows or a custom CRM or client portals, then obviously that is someone who you're trying to get from the free into paid. So, your actual conversion rate is above 10%, which is still good, but there's definitely, I've definitely seen scenarios where free to paid conversion rates across some of my own clients, as well as just from elsewhere that I'm chatting with as well, upwards of 25 to even 50% in some extreme cases. But the first thing that immediately stands out to me is I see your H1, beautiful forms, smart workflows, faster growth. That's not bad, but I do wonder if you're kind of burying some of the things that make you unique, or the fact that actually make you look as legitimate as you are. You have 30,000 customers using your product. It is free, which you already kind of mentioned within there, and that's great. But I do wonder, it's like, you've already kind of mentioned this over and over again, that like, it's basically, we replace like basically 5 software in one. I don't know if your H1 is doing that, you justice in that regard. And I also don't necessarily know if that's different enough than some of your competitors.
How can we make it better, in your opinion?
Yeah. So I would say I would lean into being more specific. My question to you is, you mentioned you can build forms, you can build surveys, you can build entire workflows, CRMs, portals. What do your best customers who are using you maybe like in the most interesting ways or the most, how do they describe you?
That's one of the challenges that we have. So since we are an all-in-one system, everyone is using us differently. So, and we have a very large variety of customers. So we have churches and we have governments. We have hospitals and we have schools. We have agencies and we have freelancers. So very different use cases. Some of the people will use our flagship product, which is our form builder. The form builder is the most popular product that we have. After that is our workflow builder, and also after that is our client portal builder, which you can create any kind of client portal to have a client area, have login systems, authentication with your clients, with your students, with your patients, and every business do that in their own way.
So if I were to kind of sum it up a little bit better, my challenge to you is you have the quintessential horizontal product. It can work across any industry, which is its own blessing and it's also a curse, because you can make your H1 be so many different things. My thing to you is maybe make it a little bit clearer that this is all in one, and lead with the social proof around, hey, 30,000 plus customers. And then, like I said, you're going to want to wordsmith this and ideally talk to a couple of your best customers, as well as some people who are currently trying you out on the free plan right now. And basically to say like, hey, trust my 30,000 plus customers, this all-in-one platform, that sort of thing will work a lot better for you as an H1 than what you have right now, which is relying on the same exact things as every other form/workflow software out there. The other thing that I immediately noticed, and this is basically something I've come across now in, at least 10 of these videos, is the need to say the word AI powered. AI powered means almost nothing nowadays. So my challenge to you is, what is AI powering and how can you spell that out?
Do you mean that we should use AI powered more or less, because we don't use it that much?
Yeah, I would say use it way, what I mean is, to clarify, use AI powered way less. It is super meaningless, right up there with words like quality content. Like everyone is saying it, every software could technically be AI powered. My recommendation is, instead of saying AI powered, just say what you're using AI to do. You don't need to lead with AI. People now expect that. So what are the things that AI is empowering when it comes to your software?
For us, it's actually pretty interesting because remember that workflow that we talked about? Basically, every part of your workflow can be AI driven, which means that we have different AI blocks that you can use. You can command it yourself, you can train it yourself, and you can basically do whatever you want to automate the system that you create. For example, sending personalized emails for everyone who fill out your forms. For example, for sales emails or lead scoring to data enrichment of customers. For example, someone has fill out a form for request for quote and their company size, their LinkedIn, everything is auto completed for them, auto filled for them, and you don't even need to basically ask for those information or even and there are via third parties that you can connect and you can basically I can give you 50 more of these examples that every part of the way that you can create your own mini AI applications and use it in Formaloo. We call this UI for AI. So basically anything that you can do with an AI system, you can connect it inside Formaloo, automate it, and create a UI for it. Whether it's a form or application or a chatbot, you can do it all. Or analytics, for example, charts.
Awesome. So I would definitely lean into what you just said there and make that be way more apparent, not only in that description, but also in the H1. So it is fully customizable, fully empowered by AI and you don't even have to say the words AI powered, which means nothing. You can literally just say, hey, what you just said there in a little bit more of an eloquent way. Then you already have the create a free account. It's in orange, super obvious what you want people to do. I like the whole based on 1,000 reviews on Gartner that gives you more social proof. You already kind of have a really cool way of your product screenshots showcasing surveys, quizzes, custom CRM, smart dashboards, client portals, HR portals. I like how that's laid out. Makes a ton of sense. Scroll down. Trusted by individual leaders. I would maybe bring this up so that it's still within the hero section or right below it. So it's kind of right above the fold. You're just showcasing more social proof. There's a reason that like 95% of software company websites have that like logo thing or they have customer testimonials or something there. It's because it works. It gives social proof, gives you validity right from the spot. So I would maybe move that up to right below the hero section or in the hero section. And then you kind of go into what it looks like the use cases. So build forms, surveys, and quizzes. That's obviously your actual wedge, what I would call a wedge, which when you're thinking about a landing page, you want to think about wedge to wow. So like, what is that final thing somebody's doing before they sign up for Formaloo and create their free account? My guess is that is going to be, they need to create some sort of form or survey. Is that accurate?
Yeah, and we offer them templates to do it.
Awesome. So in that case, that's what you really want to lean into. That's your wedge. That's the reason that people finally go in and say, I'm going to create my free account. Lean into that from the very beginning in the hero section all the way through, and then everything else should be supporting that and make it that much more obvious why you are the solution compared to any other form software, any other workflow or CRM software, or DIYing it themselves in Google Forms. I like the templates. That makes a lot of sense. Scroll back to where it says forms. Yeah, where it says forms. This makes a ton of sense. My recommendations to you is to add the templates into the section so that it's, not buried at the bottom of this page. That's going to make it way more likely that someone is going to see your homepage and just gives them just another reason why they should go ahead and create that free account. And then also with that, I would also just say, get rid of AI powered analytics and just say, what is the analytics that you have? Because AI powered is meaningless. Connect everything that makes sense. That's all your integrations. Build tools as easy as playing Legos. I like that line. Makes a lot of sense. It has some personality. And then you can kind of explain a little bit more. No notes there. Good use of product screenshots to explain that. Again, with workflows, same thing. No notes. Makes a lot of sense. Cool. More social proof when it comes to Get App and stuff like that. My question to you next is obviously you have go down to expert guides and resources. Obviously you have different guides here. Why is this here? I'm guessing these are kind of your sub CTAs where if someone's not quite
these
ready.
are from our blog. They are updated like daily based on the latest blog that we release.
Got it. Do you want to have the posts on your blog that are kind of, do you want to always have the newest post within your homepage? Or do you have
It's
what
featured,
oftentimes a
I
lot of
would
companies
say.
have, where there is like an 80-20, where there's, we know there are 3 or 10 blog posts that are driving 80% or more of our free trials?
It's some of the featured posts that most people need or
Yes.
look out. Yeah.
So in that case, if people aren't ready to sign up for a free account yet, I would utilize this real estate right here to put your top 3 blog posts that you know are converting people. So like, what are those 3 blog posts that are always leading to free accounts? I would make those 3 blog posts be the ones that are in the section. So therefore, if people aren't ready yet, you're just nurturing them along.
Mm-hmm.
And then you already know what I'm gonna say here with templates, move the templates up to where the forms are. So it's just a lot easier for someone to get started.
Yeah, but they will leave the page. So that's why most businesses don't do that, and they put the template outside until there is a hook.
Yeah, I'm saying the same thing. Like you don't know, like it's not necessarily like if they're gonna leave the page, that's fine. But what I'm saying is have the templates be embedded some way with the actual foreign quizzes product book, product section book. I would move your customer testimonials up higher on the page so that it's gonna convert faster. Like typically speaking, that you want that to be.
But everything will be higher. You
No,
want this
scroll back.
higher and this higher and this higher. So there is a cost and benefit to everything. So if everything is higher, nothing is higher. So we have to choose which what parts should I put up because, for example,
Yeah. What I'm basically, yeah, I definitely agree with that. What I was basically saying in general, which was, your expert guides should not be where they are on the page right now. Those expert guides, which should be replaced with the 3 top articles that are converting, should be like the absolute last thing on your homepage because those are the sub CTAs. They're the things that people
yeah,
you want
I
them to
agree with
find
that. For
if they're
example, this
not
can be the
necessarily going to sign up for a free account. That should not be in the middle of your homepage. Like that should be the very last thing you see. And therefore you still have your customers where they are right now. That makes sense. Then you have what you build something great, create a free account, and then right below that is where the expert guides should be.
okay. That one I agree.
Yeah. And then you have your templates be interlocked with the forms book. So like you're basically just creating the templates in the same exact place as you have the forms block in there. So again, you're just kind of merging 2 sections. Merging those 2 sections makes it way more likely that someone's going to see it and be like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and just create my free account right now because you're making it so easy for me to do that. And then scroll back down to the bottom. Okay, so you're ready to build something great. Could you make that final CTA be a little bit clearer? So like, instead of ready to build something great, is there something else that you can say there that kind of ties back into the fact that it is an all-in-one replacing 5 software type of thing?
For example?
My recommendation to you would be to go harvest that from customer interviews or even just from like conversations you have with like enterprise customers, and parrot that language back to them on this page.
Okay.
Is there anything else before we wrap?
I don't think so.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on to Clarity Jams.
Thank you. Thank you very much.